What's happening, everyone? JayShockblast here, and check it out. We have arrived in 2023, and this will be my 13th year on YouTube, which is kind of crazy. I'm gonna have to admit, I am getting older. I am feeling older, and I'm kind of glad to close the book on 2022. I know that the reality is that it's just one day to the next, but years ending and beginning are milestones. It's a checkpoint, if you will, and it's a point where you can kind of sit and look back at what you've done since the last checkpoint and try to focus on what you want to do next. And I wanted to start the year off with a video kind of talking about what 2022 was to me and what I'm hoping 2023 will and can be. You know, I've been doing this a really long time, and I'm going to be honest with you, 2022 was like a very schizophrenic year for me. It was a roller coaster ride, you know what I mean? Ups, downs, and the highs were really, really high. I did a lot of really cool things, and I'm really, really excited about it, really proud of it, and really thankful for it. But you know, I had some really low moments this year too, and I don't really kind of project that. I kind of try to keep on a brave face and kind of keep pushing forward as best I can. But I'm not gonna lie, man. This was a rough year in a lot of ways too. Traffic's down. I see it. I know it. Some of it is because I decided I needed I needed a break. I needed to not work so hard. I needed to not be grinding every minute of my day, and I relaxed way more this year than I have any other year. And it's been hard. I don't push people to support me financially. All I hope for is that you don't skip the ads every so often. At least watch 30 seconds of the ad. That way I can keep getting ad revenue from YouTube. I don't take a ton of sponsors, although we did just re-sign with Elgato, and I'm forever thankful for Elgato being an actual paying sponsor that helps me out. Miguel from Elgato, everybody at Elgato are just amazing. So when I talk about their products, like this Wave DX microphone, it's not just because I'm making money off it. It's because I believe in them as people, and I believe in their products because I use them in everything that I do. And we re-signed for another year, 2023, and I am really looking forward to supporting them. One of the great moments of my entire career uh, happened this year in 2022 because of Elgato, and I was actually in one of their ads celebrating their 10th anniversary, and I appeared on the NASDAQ board in Times Square. I can't even tell you how many times I've been to Times Square and seen that video board and seen all the ads that are on it. And to know my face was there, it's just amazing. Like that's a really cool thing. And, I can't do and be a part of stuff like that without just 12 years of all of you supporting me. So thank you so much for that. And thank you for Elgato for always believing in me, for always taking care of me, for always taking care of Thor right there. um, just very thankful. But it's also stress because I want to keep doing these things. I want to keep being a part of these things. I don't feel like I've changed a lot. Maybe that's the problem. I feel like I've always played the superhero games, played the Lego games, played stuff that I enjoyed, and tried to make videos that were entertaining, that you guys would like to watch. I try to stream and let you guys be a part of it as best I can. You know what I mean? I'm one person. I don't love live streaming. I'm going to be honest with you. I would prefer to make the traditional YouTube VOD, but I understand that people want to be part of the live experience. I get that. I absolutely get that. So I'm trying to do everything I can. I have not done very well with YouTube Shorts. I really need to buckle down and do that, and that's kind of one of my New Year's resolutions when it comes to YouTube. Actually, let's start off with that YouTube resolutions real quick, and then we'll get back to what 2022 was to me. Um, you know, I want to get better doing shorts and TikTok. I've definitely seen the way that those types of videos can help channels. I just don't feel like I've figured out the formula that works for me, but I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try to get there and figure it out, and we'll see what happens. I want to like sell half my stuff. Like, look at everything around me. All right, I have way too much stuff, and I just got to get rid of it. I'm hurting a little bit more than I'd like to admit financially, and and part of that is because there just have not been as many videos hitting as there should be. Um, but we'll figure it out. I'm not like in a bad place, but I'd like to be in a better place. And I've got a lot of stuff that I don't have a place for. So it's gotta go. You know what I mean? I would relieve a lot of stress getting some cash money for that stuff that I don't have any place to put it, and it doesn't matter as much to me as it did when I bought it. So honestly, and I really need to do better time management. I developed some bad habits last year, and I'm trying to be introspective. 2022, I needed to slow down. I needed to relax. I needed that break because I just it's a grind. 12 years of just every day trying to do something, and figure it out and try to grow and try to like and stressing about what new ways YouTube is holding me back, and maybe not focusing enough on the ways that I'm holding myself back, Um, I just I need to do better at that stuff, and I developed some really bad habits, and I'm really gonna try to correct them this year, and I really want to get back on track and putting out the quality content that you guys are used to. Not that I don't think that the content I did put out last year wasn't quality, but I know I can do more. I know I can do better, and I'm gonna try. So, I did a lot of great things in 2022. I got to do PAX East. That was great. We went to a couple different, Comic Cons around New England. We went to New York Comic Con again, which was just absolutely amazing. Got to meet Big E and Xavier Woods from the WWE. We met lots of cool people. We went to Rhode Island Comic Con again, and at Rhode Island Comic Con, I got to meet like literally live a dream and meet Steve Amell, who I just adore from when he was Arrow, and it was such a great experience to get to meet him and be a fan and geek out. You know what I mean? I got to hang out with Caboose and Uncaged Games at WB Games Montreal. Um, that was in and of itself an amazing experience just to get to see them again. I don't know them as well as they know each other. I always feel like I have to preface that, but like those are two creators that I really admire and I really am proud of, and I'm really happy to see them be successful. And it was really cool to like just be able to hang out with them. You know what I mean? It really was. So, those are some really great highs and some really great highlights. But man, I don't know. This was a very frustrating year. And one of the other things I'm really trying to get better at is just ignoring the noise. Okay. Like, I feel like this year I got attacked way more than I've ever felt before on like social media, to the point where I just almost didn't want to be a part of it anymore. And maybe that's like 13 years of content creation just wearing you down, you know what I mean? You know, dead channel. The people that say that are the dumbest people on the internet, but like just people that don't understand that I'm already frustrated with where I am and where I was, and trying to like get through it. And then feeling betrayed by like people that I thought were friends. You know? Um that one was hard too. So I just I usually keep my circle small, and I don't want to use these experiences as a reason to pull back, because I've met so many amazing people too. It's like one of those things where like you remember the situations that hurt you more than the thousands that made you feel good, you know what I mean? Um so yeah, man. That was but we're going to get better, you know? We're going to I didn't expect it to be emotional, but it is, because I don't think people understand like how tough it can be, you know? When you used to be able to when people used to care, and I'm not saying that there aren't people that don't care anymore, but to feel like you're that relic that's, you know, at the end of the table that people like to go look at every once in a while, but there's all these new shiny things, you know? And that's tough. And that's something that's worn on me all of last year. But I know we can get through that, you know? Because here's the good thing about me is I'm a good partner. I am somebody that is good to work with. I'm somebody that, you know, I'm going to put out something that you can be proud of. I'm going to put out something that's informative. I'm going to put out something that's just quality. And I think that's why I continue to get so many opportunities when I'm dealing with imposter syndrome and feeling like I don't deserve it, you know? Um, but I'm gonna get through, and I'm hoping that by talking this way openly and candidly is going to is going to mean something. You know, I'm not looking for sympathy. You don't need to worry about me. I'm fine. Um, but I feel like one of the things that keeps me mentally strong is being able to talk about it, you know? I think I can handle a lot of things a lot more than a lot of people. But it does wear you down a little bit. And I don't know. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate some of the things that didn't go my way this year, but I'm really looking forward to what we can do in 2023, because it's going to be an amazing year of video games. There's so many amazing video games I'm looking forward to. We've got the new Dead Space reboot coming up real quick. Hogwarts Legacy is coming up real quick. There's Redfall. There's Starfield. There's Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League, Spider-Man 2, and like probably a million games that you guys are excited for that I'm just not thinking about. There's a new Transformers game. There's so much good stuff coming this year, and I can't wait to be a part of all of it. I think the part that has really hurt me over the last few years has been the lack of Lego games. We had this golden period of Lego games where every couple weeks it felt like there was new content. Lego Worlds was constantly getting something new. Lego Dimensions was getting new packs every few months. You know, then there were the games coming out just bam, bam, bam. And then Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga happened, and everything just fell apart. And you know, it sucks, and I'm glad the game came out. I'm glad the game was successful. And honestly, the game carried my channel this year. It carried my channel. It really did. Um, you know, those videos were huge. And that's the thing, man. When a Lego game comes out, I know exactly how to handle it. I know exactly the type of content to put out. But you know what? Even my Lego videos aren't doing what they used to do. And I understand. There's a lot of, you know, newer channels that keep coming out that all they do is Lego, and YouTube loves that. You know, somebody that watched me for years that I used to see in chat for years, Rugged Eagle, has become very successful with his Lego videos, and I think that's fantastic. And I'm so excited that people tell me that I inspired them to do this, and that's really cool. Um, so yeah, man, like it is what it is. I'm gonna keep grinding. I'm gonna keep doing me. In 2023, we're just gonna make it strong. One thing that I really need people for is hopefully around February. That guy right there, my Thor plushie right here. We're gonna be selling this. I don't know how much it's gonna be. I'm hoping it's as low a price as possible, but I need people to support me. I have to sell at least 200 of these in order for them to get made. I will always have this one and treasure it, but my mom really wants one and she's going to buy a few. And I've got lots of friends and family that are going to buy some, but like I got to sell at least 200 for them to be made. So I'm going to push hard when that, comes. And I'm hoping that there are enough people that I mean enough to them that are willing to purchase my Thor logo. My Thor buddy that's laying down over there, dressed as Thor. It's such a cool stuffy. And yeah, man. So let's wrap up by talking about my favorite things of 2022. So there were a lot of really great games last year. I want to give a shout out to Tiny Tina and her Wonderlands for basically barely missing out on my top 5 favorite games of 2022. We are going to start off with my number 5, which is Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I have absolutely loved playing this game a lot. Okay, it's not perfect. It definitely it's held back by Nintendo graphics. You know what I mean? And Nintendo in general. Like it should be a better game, but it's still so much fun. I'm still enjoying playing it. Number 4, Pokemon Legends Arceus. The disappointing thing about Scarlet and Violet is that this game came out first, and this is the way I hope Pokemon games are moving forward, because this game was so awesome and so different, and I loved it so much. And there's a little bit of recency bias, maybe. Maybe if I had played this a little bit sooner, it would have been higher, but I did love it so much, and just yeah, I enjoyed it. My number 3 favorite game of the year, Gotham Knights. Absolutely love this game. I loved getting to visit the studio. This is a very special game to me. It's always going to mean a lot to me. We got the collector's edition right there. I got to go to WB Games Montreal and play this early, and that's always going to be a part of it to me. But then to just enjoy the game as much as I did, play as Red Hood, play as all these characters that are not Batman for a change. That was awesome, and I really enjoyed it. At number 2, we have Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, and it's a Lego game. You know what I mean? I love Lego games. I love Star Wars. I'm really really excited for Jedi Survivor. I think Jedi Survivor. I love those games. I'm gonna get that collector's edition, and there we go. And my favorite game of 2023. Not because I'm sponsored by the game, and not because I'm a 2K Next maker, but Marvel's Midnight Suns was phenomenal. I can't get over how much I've loved this game. Again, a very special game to me because I got to play it early. I got to be a part. I knew about this game before it was even announced. Okay, like well before. It's the reason I was brought into the 2K Next Makers program. So to be a part of seeing this game like created for almost 2 years was such a amazing experience that I've never really kind of experienced before. And I thought, I was worried. I'm not gonna lie. Cammy, who is now with Bethesda, she had previously worked for WB, and when she left WB to go to 2K, she brought me in, and we had a call, and we talked about something that hasn't been announced yet, and she's like, this is what it is, and I want to support anything that Cammy does, but I was worried. I love Marvel. I love these characters, and I thought I was going to be really bad at this game, and maybe I am, but I enjoy it, and I can't believe it's been so much fun watching other people enjoy it too. You know what I mean? Like I've watched like Sadat and Casual Avenger, my co-hosts on the after show. I've watched them like play for the first time and start to figure it out, and we've talked on the podcast about how much we loved and enjoyed it. So, um, I'm starting to ramble at this point. I want to talk about my favorite movie of the year, Top Gun Maverick. I absolutely loved that movie. I cried my eyes out. Um, a story I love sharing every chance I can about my father. Um, he was a Marine. He was an air traffic controller in the United States Marine Corps, and he spent a year stationed in Okinawa, Japan, away from our family. And when he came home, he surprised me at school, picked me up, and brought me home, and we watched Top Gun. Okay, it was like right away we watched Top Gun, full throttle on his new home theater system, and having grown up going into the tower, seeing all those jets, like living on a Cherry Point, North Carolina, Marine Corps Air Base, it really resonated with me. And I, Danger Zone, as long as phones have been able to have songs as a ringtone, has always been my dad's ringtone. So, now that he's gone, it was just special, and I wish I could have watched it with him. I really do. Um, as far as music, I don't really listen to music as much as I used to, so I can't even like speak on that. I don't even know what albums came out this year anymore. I think there's a Machine Head album this year I liked, maybe. I don't know. But in any event, 2022, I think it's easy for a lot of people to look at it from their perspective at how the things that I got to do and say, "Oh, that wasn't a bad year," and it wasn't in the grand scheme of things. It was objectively my hardest year on YouTube, um, but I still averaged over 1 million views a month for the year. So I mean, I it could be a lot worse, and that's the attitude I'm trying to have going into 2023. There's so many amazing games that are going to be coming, and I just can't wait to play them all. I appreciate all of your support, um, and I appreciate all the people I met in 2022 and really became friends with. Um, I honestly, I don't want to like say too many names or anything because I don't want to leave anybody out and have them, you know, be sad about it or anything like that. I do want to also thank my Discord. All of you guys are really special to me. That you are the real community that I've developed, and the fact that you are still there for me, is it means the world to me. And not just Willie. I know Willie is the one that everybody like knows the most as far as my mods and all that, but like everybody, Avenged Otter, my longest YouTube member, about to hit 5 years, maybe just hit 5 years. Like that's crazy to me, man. AC, Superior Chris, Atomic Super Me, who the literal Discord would not function without him. He's the silent helper. It's like he has the same admin rights as I do, I think. Again, I don't want to breezy, just so many people. I don't want to miss anybody, but I'm going to now that I started saying names, and I am really sorry about that. And just thank you to all the other creators that I've worked with this year. Um, I'm really looking forward to doing more in 2022. I know there's a long video. I doubt you even made it this far. But if you did, thank you. Here is to fresh new beginnings in a new year, 2023. Looking forward to going on a cruise for the first time with my mom, my wife, my brother, and my in-laws. Going to the Bahamas in July. And I'm hoping to go to E3 this year. And you know, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen from here? But I know lots of fun will be had, lots of video games will be played, and I love you all so much, and I hope that you are going to have a great year as well, and we'll see ya.